This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Callum Smith here at the first press conference for your fight with Joshua Buatsi on a huge card with Beterbiev-Bivol rematch, topping the bill February 22nd. Callum, you said in that press conference you needed a fight to get you back up for this. You've obviously achieved a lot and been at the top level. Why is Joshua Buatsi the name that gets you up for it?
He's a good opponent. He's domestic, so people know who he is. So that obviously adds a little bit more to it. But he's now got something that I want. He's a WBO interim world champion, and the goal is to be a 2-8 world champion. Then the belts are tied up in the main event for the foreseeable future. So the next best thing to get me closest to being where I want to be is to win an interim world title, and Josh Buatsi has that. So there's something in it for me. There's a lot at stake for me. So of course that's going to motivate me to get the gym and better myself as a fighter and make sure the best version of me turns up.
You and Buatsi is a fight we've talked about for ages and never happened. Are you surprised it's taken this long to take place or not?
Yeah and no, but I think just because you're both from the same country, automatically you should fight. But I think it's got to make sense for both sides. And again, no disrespect to him, but up until now he's never really had anything that would progress my career. I always felt I was slightly ahead of him. He turned pro later than me. Obviously he's Olympic bronze medalist, but now it's switched. Now he does have something that benefits me. He's an interim world champion, so on my side the fight makes sense for me now, where I don't really feel it has done in the past. I was always chasing the champions and wanting to become a world champion. So yeah and no, I'm obviously, as a fan you like the fights to happen immediately, but as a fighter you understand things aren't as straightforward as they always seem to be. But it's happening now. I think it's the perfect time for it to happen for the both of us, and it should be a good fight.
After the Beterbiev fight, did you have any sort of thoughts about maybe calling it a day, or were you always looking for a chance to become a two-time world champion?
No, look, originally, and it wasn't immediately after the fight, it was going into the fight. I always felt if I lose and I'm not going to be the best in the world, I'm not going to be a 2-8 world champion, then I don't really, I'm not just in the sport for the sake of being in the sport, and I just love fighting and stuff like that. I'm in here chasing goals, and if that goal was going to be took away from me, I obviously knew all the undisputed fights were going to happen. So it was kind of go and get back in a queue, and a long queue at that, and I didn't know whether I had the motivation to do that again. But I took time away. I realised the fire still is there. I still do want to be a 2-8 world champion, and another fight with Josh Buatsi given me an opportunity to get back in the mix and become a world champion again. So it was always just circumstantial. I said, if there's a fight there that motivates me, I'll keep fighting. If that's gone, then I'd advise any fighter to call it a day. But that is still there for me at the moment.
What's your reflections on the Beterbiev fight?
Look, it's tough to take. No one likes losing, especially when you believe you're going to be the best in the world. I lost to a good fighter, but it was more the manner of my own performance, which I weren't too happy with. And look, preparation wasn't the best, but as a fighter you still believe you've got to just get in there and get it right on the night regardless, and I didn't. I underperformed, and I paid the price for it. But hopefully this time round I can redeem that and put things right and become a world champion and show that I am a world class fighter and I am good enough to be a 2-8 world champion.
Let me just get your thoughts on the rematch, Beterbiev-Bivol. Interestingly, I don't know how many people know this, but you also faced Bivol, I think, in the amateurs. So how do you compare them, and what do you think is going to happen on February 22nd?
They're both very, very good fighters. I think that showed in the first fight. It was very, very hard to split them. I think I've seen a lot favoured Beterbiev, a lot favoured Bivol. A draw, probably a fair result, but I don't know. I just think second time round they obviously both know each other well. I just don't know if the timing keeps going on. It favours Bivol a little bit more. He's younger, he's fresher, and Beterbiev, we keep saying it, but he can't keep going on, and that last fight was the toughest fight of his career. It'd be interesting to see how much that has took out of him, and is he finally going to look his age? I don't know. I think it's going to be another really close fight and tough to pick them, but if I had to side with one, I'd side with Bivol this time.
Do you see a change from Beterbiev from the guy you faced to the one we saw against Bivol in the first fight?
Yeah, but it's hard to say. feel like he didn't look as explosive. He feared to maybe age a little bit, but was that how good Bivol was on the night? Bivol was very, very good. He was very sharp, and he probably made him look that little bit older as well. So it's hard to read too much into either performances. It was a great fight. It was very hard to split them. I just favour Bivol a little bit this time.
Let's talk of a Canelo and Terence Crawford fight. What's your thoughts on that, having faced Canelo?
That's a great fight. You know, they're both pound for pound stars. They're both exceptional. It'd be interesting to see how the weight affects Crawford moving up. We see him with Charlo's a very good fighter, but he couldn't really cope with them. There's alright putting weight on, but it's natural size, and Crawford's come up from the lower weight. I think he's a 4-weight world champion or something. So to go up another 2 against you likes of Canelo is going to be a tough ask. But as we touched on with Beterbiev, Canelo's not getting any younger. He's had a tough career. He's had injuries and stuff. So as a boxing fan, I'm pleased to see these type of fights happening. And as a boxing fan, I'll sit down and watch it, and I'm looking forward to it.
Just for those that don't know about your history with Bivol, was it your last amateur fight? Was it his last amateur? And what do you remember from it?
No, I don't think it was either. I think it was in maybe 2011, 12. I'm not too sure. Hungary somewhere in an international tournament, we come across each other, and you fight a lot of top internationals in the amateurs, and you never really see them again. But now you're starting to see them more. And I remember seeing his face. I think it was in a wild card, and I thought, no way, that's the Russian I boxed in. So I've knew of him for a long time, and he was a very good fighter even back then. And I was speaking to him before. He was speaking about it. He's saying in the same tournament, his friend Kuzman boxed Joshua at the same tournament. So it's interesting now. You've seen a lot of the fighters who fought each other in the amateurs and stuff, because you see more and more of the Eastern European, the Russian, Kazakh, Ukrainians all turning professional now. And it's good for boxing. They're all very, very good fighters, and a lot of them kind of have great amateur careers and then dwindle away, but they turn into the pros, which isn't the best for us Brits, but it's good for boxing as a whole.
2 more, Dubois, Parker. How do you see the fight playing out?
Really good fight, I think. Obviously outside of your Usyk and your whatever, they're the 2 probably most informed heavyweights we've got at the moment. They're both on a great run of form. Obviously Dubois won his title, so it'll be interesting to see how much that's improved him. And Parker seems to have regained the form he had years ago when he was champion. So that's a great fight. That could top this bill on its own without the other fight we're speaking about. But it's an interesting one, and I think just like with world boxing, if whoever gets the tactics right on the night, whoever performs, I think they've both got the beating of each other. It's just who gets it right on the night. But again, as a boxing fan, it's another one I'm looking forward to.
Lastly, Callum, Tyson Fury today said that he is retiring. What's your thoughts? Some people saying we don't believe him, some people saying let's see what happens. What's your thoughts?
Again, I think people are saying they don't believe him because he's retired numerous times before, and I think we've seen Joshua here this week having talks with the Saudis over potentially making the Fury fight, and then he comes out and retires. I don't know. I think it's more just create headlines and stuff. I don't think he retires myself. I think we may finally get the Joshua fight, but look, if he doesn't and he stays retired, good luck to him. Congratulations to him. He's had an amazing career. A career many will be proud of, and he's probably got nothing else to prove. Just personally, I don't think he stays retired. I do think there's too much involved to that Joshua fight for it not to happen.
Callum, you've got some great memories from Saudi Arabia. You stopped George Groves. Do you believe you stopped Joshua Buatsi on February 22nd?
Yeah, I believe I can. Like I say, I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't believe I could go in there and do a good job and come out the winner. I've got great memories. I won a world title in Saudi. I won a final eliminator in Saudi, and I'm going back there for the 3rd time, and hopefully I can get another good win and win an interim world title this time round.
Callum, appreciate your time. Good seeing you, and good luck for February 22nd.
Thank you very much.